So let's get back, everyone. It's a little bit hot. I feel it as well, and maybe we're a little bit tired, but what is up next will shake us awake a little bit. So Jan Stedu is coming on stage um, from this side or from that one, as you like. Jan is a strategic growth architect with more than 2 decades of experience in helping companies, well, grow. Enjoy your stage. You will be talking about the things that nobody talks of. These are my
Just look, it
notes.
says decades or decades, but it's okay. It
De-
says decades.
Decades, yeah. Sorry, that's my
Oh, no, it's all good.
pronunciation.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you
so
very much.
enjoy your stage and please give a warm welcome.
Thank you. Hi, guys. Yeah, I'm usually known for not doing boring speeches. So I need to wait for this? Okay. Sorry. That's what I get for not hanging around the entire day and looking at other people's presentations. Thank you. I'm sorry for that. What I want to talk about today is actually something really interesting to me, and I hope it will be interesting to you as well. It is related to AI. That's why it's on this AI Weekend track, but it could, I think, easily be on any of these other communication marketing tracks because it has more to do with how you actually deal with getting good AI initiatives off the ground and less with, algorithms and LLMs and all sorts of things. I'm trying to click here, but thank you. So first they say that over 80% of all statistics are made up on spot, but they also say that over 80% of AI initiatives nowadays fail, which is like a terrifying thing, especially for managers that they have been able to see in this stage and other stages as well. People on the C-level positions, people that are having to take all the risk of doing these kind of things, they usually fear being amongst the statistics. They fear about doing the AI initiative. They have, on the one hand, the fear of missing out. We need to do AI. Everybody's doing AI. If we don't do AI, the competition will beat us. And then it's always this fear. What if it will fail? And the reason why it fails, there's a lot of talk about it, there's a lot of analytics about it, and usually the sentences and the things that they say is like, oh, you don't have enough good quality data, or you don't have access to good quality talent, or your budgets are very limited, you're not a big company, you cannot afford that. But it is actually a combination of all these different things. So is this just like a dummy button, I click it and then you click it, or does it really work? Oh, thank you. I'm just going to say click and then you can, yeah, thank you. So these are all real challenges, don't get me wrong. All of these challenges are absolutely right. You need to have the right talent, you need to have the right budget, you need to have the right state of mind, you also need access to quality data, and you need to have like the good environment to launch a good, successful AI initiative. But what when you are a fairly rich company and you have all these things? Everything is there. The budget is unlimited. We want to be the ones that are AI ready. We want to do a great AI initiative. Here's everything you need. Here's the people, the talent, the data, the budgets, the timelines, everything. Are you still able to screw it up? Of course you are. And the questions, the reasons, click. Thank you. I wanted to anonymize this. So this is like an unnamed leading retailer chain from Croatia that had the same idea. We want to send a signal, and we will be the ones that will produce the first Amazon-like smart store in Croatia. It will be amazing. You will be able to go in there, take the products from the shelves, and then just go out, and there won't be any cashier. AI and 160 cameras spread across a small area will be tracking every move. They will be trained and everything will be so perfect. It will be such a phenomenal experience. But somehow, after millions of euros of investments and everything done right, I live nearby. It's actually one of my most favorite stores. I love to go there, but it's always empty. There's nobody there. And the reaction from the people after this AI initiative was launched were not really good. There's another one which I'm going to show now. And I don't want to diss these people because I think this can happen to anyone. The reason why it happens to them is because they don't listen to my lectures. Click. This is another phenomenal example. where you actually spend hundreds of millions of euros and you get some of the best people that you can get from all over the world that are super advanced experts, and they do a different kind of AI, autonomous driving. And again, you know, it kind of backfired. There's a huge backlash after it was launched. Things were not going really well for them, and they had to go into this like PR crisis management thing where they go into interviews and podcasts and let themselves be interviewed by very harsh people. Are you a fraudster? Is this all real or is it fake? Stuff like that. And again, don't want to diss these people. I'm super happy that these companies are doing that. I'm just sad that these initiatives fail because it sends the wrong signal to the market. And then a lot of companies and a lot of managers are scared shitless and they don't want to do any AI. I don't want to be like those guys. I don't want to end up in the papers. I don't want to have my ass on the line. Let's not do any AI until it's a, you know, a commodity thing. Let's not be innovative at all if it can cost me my job. And today I want to talk about what actually happened here and how it could be prevented. Click. So there's a blueprint for doing that. And one of the guys who I think is like the master genius who does that really well is this guy who somebody loves, somebody hates. His name is Elon Musk. And the first step in your blueprint of launching a very successful AI initiative is to build enormous suspense, to overpromise the shit out of your AI initiative, get everybody so excited that they got their hair tingling and everybody's, oh my God, if this could be reality, that would be amazing. What I wanted to say with this tweet is actually that was tweeted in 2016, guys. It's 2024 and the Tesla summon function is still not working in the sense that he promised here. But it was very important for him to say that at that given time. And that is kind of where everybody gets it wrong. Because on the one hand, you have to overpromise to get everybody excited, and you have to sell a dream and a vision to the people. But then on the other hand, you also need to be able to manage these expectations once you launch so that people don't come in and say, hey, you promised us this and you delivered this. This is total bullshit. Click. This is how usually people do it. This is the exact example of that supermarket chain. What they did, they fell into this trap. They launched a new supermarket, which is AI-driven, AI-powered. It's so phenomenally exceptional that you can go in and there's no cashiers around that. And what happened is because they don't have this DNA within them, they're not a technical company, they don't know how to successfully launch these products or manage the expectations of their users, they treated it just like they would opening another market here somewhere in Rovinj. And how you do it? You prepare for the launch date. You buy the balloons. You bring everybody from the press there. You got hostesses handing everything out. And you focus on that one day. And you say, this is the most perfect store that ever has been here, and we are the first ones to deliver it to you. Here you go. Voila. Goodbye. And nothing else happens after that. That was the problem. They didn't manage the expectations correctly. What you should be doing is launch. So you overpromise in the beginning, but then you launch softly. Can we do a click, please? Once you overpromise, and that's what Elon Musk does, once you build that suspense and you say, imagine this phenomenal thing happening, imagine owning this, imagine having this experience, hold that thought in your mind. Can you imagine yourself being that person that lives in this future reality of today? Well, what you should do now is join the wait list. Because this future reality is reserved for only the special ones. Within the supermarket chain, they could have done it the same way. They have a loyalty program. They could have announced it, but not let anybody in and said, you can join the wait list. And maybe if you're lucky, you can get access to this store. And then we will also reward you, and you will be able to invite 5 more people to come into this store. And these 5 people will be able to invite 5 more people. Does this sound familiar to you? Have you ever experienced something like that? Gmail was the same way, and a lot of products were launched in the same way. And why were they launched in that same way? Because it allowed Google to say, this is so advanced that it's reserved for just a little bit of people, and we will have a gradual rollout and manage these expectations. What it also did, it allowed Google to say, hey, this is still early on. This is our vision, guys. We're building something so phenomenally great that nobody has ever built here. So please have some patience. Like, it cannot all work perfectly from day one. That's why you, the little amount of people that have been lucky enough to get access to it, you are part of this phenomenal revolution. You are a part of this making. You are the early adopters and innovators, and your feedback on everything that doesn't work and everything that is shit is going to be taken in account, and we will reward you for that as well. Can you do another click, please? This is one good example. How many of you know about Robinhood? Robinhood launched. They had I think it was April, by I think February next year, they had millions of people on the wait list. They got everybody excited with one simple claim. For $10, you'll be able to invest money and you will be playing the game of all these white-collar rich dudes from New York that they're playing, and we're going to democratize the game of investing. And once they got to this huge wait list, it was also very easy for them to attract investments and then to go into launching their products. Can I have another click, please? This is the second part. So once you built the suspense and you said this is going to be the best thing ever, and then you created this waiting list and said, hey, everybody that wants to be part of this, come here, stay in line, you'll be able to get access to it, but wait. Once you launch, you need to manage expectations. And there's this one really phenomenal thing that these tech giants have developed, and it's this beta thing. Who knows how long Gmail was in beta? More than 10 years it was in beta. Why was it in beta? Because if you went back to Google and said, this thing doesn't work, they would say, yeah, of course it doesn't work. It's still in beta, but we appreciate your feedback. Thank you very much for coming back to us. We'll fix it for the next 10 days or 15 days. They didn't go into this, oh, but you promised me this, and then you delivered this thing. And beta is so phenomenal because it does allow you several things. Can I get another click? We'll get back to that, and then I'll tell you reverse click when we go back. This is AI in the making, guys. Can you go back? Can you go once more? This is it. So why is it good that once you launch, you go into beta? It allows you to improve your product iteratively, because everybody that has ever built any tech product, and especially AI, knows that it is not something that you can build without the users. It doesn't work. Any AI product that's been built without the users, the user feedback, the user usage, the data that you can rely on and improve upon that data is not a good product. There is no way, there's no money in this world, there are no experts in this world, no talent that you can put in a room and say, let's go build the most phenomenal AI product ever, and that you can launch it without having the real users trying all sorts of things. I've built over the past 7 years several different AI initiatives, and I must tell you, we write up those use cases, we imagine the user persona, we do product discoveries, knowledge discoveries, we interview all sorts of people to figure out how they want to use this product, what problem they want to solve, and we think we have covered everything. And then you have a user that comes in and just takes it and turns it around like this, and you're like, oh yeah, we didn't think that somebody would even think about doing that. That's why you need to launch in beta, where you said, we think we got the most cases covered, but let's improve this product based on your thing. It also allows you to experiment. When you're in beta, the expectations are, okay, you guys, you are entitled to be here. You are innovators and early adopters. What would you say if we do a little experiment and we try to add these kind of features? Google and all the tech giants, they do it all the time. There's actually a website that's called the Graveyard of Google, where you have thousands and thousands of different initiatives that they launched, experimented, it didn't go well, and they buried them. And it's thousands of products. With this mindset, where you would announce each of these products as the best solution that's going to save the world ever, they would have been out of business. Somebody would say, who wants to do business with a company that has thousands of failed projects? Well, everybody wants to do business with them because they know how to manage these expectations really well. You also lower the expectations, as I said, and you also say to the people that they are early adopters. There is a very phenomenal story about Steve Jobs presenting the first iPhone. I don't know if anybody of you knows it. And it's Once in 2007, they decided to build the phone, the smartphone. It was in its early stages, and basically the first iPhone was complete shit, everybody knows that. And for him to present it on stage, it was so risky to take this one device and show 7 features that it had, because his promise was, this is a camera, this is the iPod, this is the phone, this is everything all in one device. And they were smart enough to know that they will have a huge potential fail if they take this device on stage and it doesn't perform one of these tasks. So if you remember the joystick incident, the only thing that Steve Jobs did differently than these guys, they were smart enough to dim the lights in the room. So he would present one feature, and then everybody would clap, and they would dim the lights to complete darkness, and then a guy would come out from backstage and give him the other phone that only had this other function running really well, and then he would present that function. And then the people would clap, and the lights would dim again, and he would take the third phone. He had 7 phones in total on stage, trying to depict them as one. But it was important to build that suspense. After that, they went into waiting lists, and after that, I mean, people camped outside of the Apple stores for days just to be the first ones to have it, just to be the first early adopters. But it also allowed Apple to beat the competition in the smartphone game, because they were the first ones to launch it. And today, the iPhone is one of the most powerful smartphones in the world, because it had that advantage of being able to put it in the hands of the users and understand everything that goes wrong, experiment with it, and do all these sorts of things. Can I go once? No, I want to go to this is the perfect product trap. So the perfect product trap, I don't know how many of you know, but people that are like, for example, in product development, there's a thing called the build trap. The build trap is like when you build something and you go into like, oh, we have this product, but now we have encountered this problem. The best analogy to this is like a very, very old sick person that has, I don't know, gastrointestinal problems, and goes to the doctor and takes one pill. Goes home, takes this pill, and then all of a sudden has different problems due to that pill. He needs to go back to the doctor and take another pill, and it's kind of a chain reaction to that. The same thing happens when you build an AI product. You build an AI product supposed to solve one problem, but once it solves this problem, it opens up 3 problems. And then you go to build these problems, and you add more functionalities to it, and the product is never ready. It never goes out. You never ship it. You wait for way, way, way too long time to ship it out, and there's a lot of startups that went bankrupt just because they were so afraid to ship their products out or to release them to the world because they thought that they're never ready. The perfect product trap is similar to that. But what it does is you don't make these HIPPO decisions. HIPPO is an acronym which says highest person paid opinion decisions. I am the CEO of this company, and I think this product needs to have these features and it needs to do these things in this way. No, you go and you ship your MVP, or minimum viable product, you announce it really well, you over-deliver in your promises, then you go into beta, then you ship it to the users, and you say, listen, use this, let me see how you use it, let me see what problems arise from you using it, and let me use that feedback to improve my product all the time. And I'm focused on the value creation moment, not on building all sorts of features. One very good example of, for example, a company that does that really well was Revolut, that says, okay, we want to build a banking app, but so many banks already today have apps. What is going to be different? Why are we going to be different? Like an average banking app today has over 100 functionalities. My bank, for example, allows me to, I don't know, invest money or even, you know, all these sorts of things. But in reality, 89% of the users use the app only to like check their balance account, send money, pay invoices, and that's it. All these other things you don't do through an app-like experience. You either go to the real-life bank and you work with them. So Revolut said, let's take this. This data shows clearly what the user wants, and we can learn a lot from that, and let's take these like 2 or 3 functionalities and make them better than everybody else. And then from that, once we get this traction and we have a lot of users, then we will be able to add more functionalities to that. So the Revolut today has robo-advisor that helps you do your, manage your house budget. It has also advisors that help you invest your money. It has all these other things, but it's all AI-driven. So it doesn't say, look, this is the tool, you can use it however you want. It says, it's an AI product. I have this domain expertise of top investors. I've integrated it within this product, and it can also, I can provide it to you in addition to the general product. I think, can we go to, yeah, that's it. I'm now ready for your questions, because that's exactly how I was told that we need to go. Thank you very much. This was my short presentation. I want to leave some room for you to ask the questions. So they don't ask. It's AI-driven, sorry.
What is AI-driven?
No, it's okay.
No, it's not actually.